Hello there, my name is Adam and welcome to Cool Books I Want to Show You Because I Think They Are Cool. No real surprise what this video is going to be. I got a few books that I want to show you because I think they are cool. So these books are not necessarily going to be, books that I have a glowing review of that I think are really, really amazing. They might be. Or they may not. They may just look cool on the outside, and I want to show you them. So we're going to get a big variety of books today, and I hope you guys are ready. Let's see what we got first, shall we? Ooh, we're starting out with a banger. So my first book that I want to show you guys is this guy right here. This is The Imagination Chamber by Philip Pullman. It is a associate book or like a supplementary book of His Dark Materials, which is, the Golden Compass, the Subtle Knife, the Amber Spyglass, and it looks really, really cool. The insides of the book, nothing too special, but if you've noticed already here, we got an amazing black, white, and gold cover, but the main amazing part, ooh, those fringes, that super bright, gorgeous red. Now, I am a huge sucker for fringing on the side of pages, and this one is about as bright as it possibly can be. I have quite a few books with fringing on them. Let's see what else I can find here. So I got... let's go with, here we go. Let's go with this guy. So basically everyone and their mother owns this book, this copy of Dune by Frank Herbert with the nice blue fringing on the outside. And I absolutely love this cover. It is absolutely beautiful. And the blue is relatively bright on there. It's pretty solid, but man, something about, where did I put this? Right there. Something about this red on the Imagination Chamber just looks so gosh darn beautiful. I love it. Absolutely love it. Next book. Ooh, before we move on to the next book, I just want to show you one more thing with the fringing here. So I have this copy of The Lord of the Rings. It's that all-in-one copy with the writing on the side here. But there's just something... the fringing on the side of this book just isn't quite as bright and really eye-popping as The Imagination Chamber is by Philip Pullman. Now, I love this book. It looks beautiful. I love the lettering on the side and, the salmon red colored fringing. It just doesn't quite have the same pop as The Imagination Chamber does. So I'm a sucker for fringing. Let me make that clear. I'm a sucker for different colored fringing. Now, what I mean by different colored, a lot of books, here, let's do this guy. A lot of books just have the generic gold fringing, which is fine. It's whatever. But so I have, this Barnes & Noble complete Tales of Sherlock Holmes by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, and it has the gold fringing on it. And that's fine. I do like that fringing exists, but man, the difference between like gold fringing and like that bright red fringing, ooh, that red fringing is sexy. All right, I could talk about the Imagination Chamber all day long. Let's move on to something else. This guy right here. So this is Ender's Game by Orson Scott Card. Now, this is like the normal paperback size, but what is really cool about this book is that it is hardcover. Now, it's the size of the normal paperback, like I said, but it's a hardcover, and I'm a sucker for hardcover books that do not have the paper around it. I cannot think of what that word is right now. The paper around the hardcover, just a straight up solid hardcover. I'm a sucker for those. It says it's the author's definitive edition. I mean, whatever. It's the same art as, the normal mass market paperback, but in hardcover, I guess. And the Ender's Game series always will mean a lot to me. It's really the book series that got me into actual reading. Now, originally, Game of Thrones, the show, I absolutely loved that show until the very end, and that got me into listening to audiobooks of the Game of Thrones books. That's how I originally listened to those. And they were amazing, and I loved them. But the Ender's Game series was the very first series that I actually read since it might be the first series that I ever read that I liked on purpose, like that I wasn't forced to in school. So when I picked this one up at a half price books near my area, I was like, all right, I love this thing. Got to add it to my collection. I will definitely enjoy this book for a very long time. Where did you go? You go right there. I was thinking about taking all these books out, like going through them one after another, but I don't want to have all these holes in the back of my bookshelf as you guys are looking at this in the background. So I'm just going to go one at a time. And it's kind of fun to, pick through and be like, ooh, I like this one. So moving on. Ooh, there we go. So keeping with the Philip Pullman stuff, this is the Book of Dust. It is kind of a prequel, but also a sequel to His Dark Materials. His Dark Materials is one of my favorite series of all time. Love it. So when I finally got the chance to get these hardcovers, I absolutely had to go for it. But what's really cool about this book is that the paper on the side, I have no clue if you'll be able to see this really well. I'll try to get some close-up stills of it. But the paper does not all line up like a normal book would. It kind of it looks like scrappily put together, and I know it's meant to look like this because I have the second book in this trilogy that does the same thing, but I love that. It's just something that's a little different that adds a lot of character to this book. So love it. The other book does it too, and it is great. Love the His Dark Materials series. And away you go. So I've not been collecting books for very long. I haven't even really been reading religiously as much as I have been for very long. So my book collection's not that big. It's getting there and I love it. But originally I was thinking about just collecting through Kindle. Because, it was really the stories that I loved and I just wanted to read the books. But then I started getting a few physical books and I was like, okay, I kind of like this more. I like having them, basically as a wallpaper in this library. It's very, very nice. So the first book that I got, I was like, ooh, this is kind of pretty. I kind of want to keep doing this, is this book. It is a Stormlight Archive novella, Edge Dancer. So this is another one of those smaller books that has the hard cover. And I when I bought it, I was like, wow, this is just kind of a pretty little book. I like it. So that is what fully made me commit to going through and trying to get all of my books physically. And I like it a lot. So I just wanted to show you this little guy. And back in you go. What else did I want to show you guys? I knew I had some other stuff. Ooh, there we go. This guy. So this is, let's see if I can grab it and show you guys with one hand. This is The Princess Bride by, I already forgot, William Goldman. It is the 30th anniversary edition. And this, to me, really feels like what an old-timey book would feel like. Now, I know it's obviously not, but it's the correct size. It has the correct feel of what an old-timey book would feel like. Similar to the Book of Dust, the Philip Pullman book that I showed you before, the pages are not completely aligned, which I like. And, I always see these pictures of these libraries that all have super, super old leather-bound books, and I love the look of that. I don't know if I'd ever want to do that for my own house, just because I have so many books that are so modern with the modern covers and stuff. But, oh man, there's something special about those old-timey books. And all the leather-bound books like that that are being produced now either look very, very modern or are very, very expensive, or both. So this is my, living a little dream of having an old-timey leather-bound book collection like that. Is what I feel like with this. But heartbreaking. Let's see if I can get a good shot. It has a little itty-bitty mark there on the spine, which is awful. It drives me nuts. But, it is what it is. I like it. It reminds me of old books, and that is enough for me. It is my video. I do with it what I wish. Okay? Gosh. Let's get one more in here. What to do? All right, I'll do that. I wasn't originally gonna show you guys this book in this video, but I think I kind of have to now. So give me one moment. I'm editing the video. I can literally take as long as I want. Oh my gosh, this one's got some bulk. Okay, so this right here is the Stormlight Archive Book 1, The Way of Kings Leatherbound edition by Brandon Sanderson. Now, I know a lot of people have these. These are super, super popular, but man, I love these. Let me get them out real quick. Come on. Get out of there. All right, I got one of them out. Here is book one, the first half, around the first half, and it has the gold fringing. Like I said, I am a sucker for some amazing fringing, and this is just such a beautiful book. Now, like I said, I love those old-timey leather books, and this is one of them that looks very, very modern. And which is fine. I really love it. That's why I bought it. It's good that we have these leather-bound books still in existence. And, you know, I do like that it looks modern. But maybe after like 40 years, if I don't take extremely good care of it, which I hopefully will, maybe then it'll look that old-timey ancient leather kind of book. But I imagine I will be treating this book like my little baby, especially when he starts releasing more of them for the Stormlight Archive. I know that he has all of them for like the majority of the Cosmere right now. Like I know he has Warbreaker and Elantris and the first era of Mistborn. Is that it? I think that might be it. Maybe. Whatever. And I don't know if I'm ever really going to get all of them because that is just a huge, huge money investment. But I'm definitely going to get all of the Stormlight Archive ones when they come out on his Kickstarter because I love them and they are very, very pretty. So, I have to somehow get it back on my shelf. In you go. Oh, come on. There we go. All right. I think that is it for now. Yep. So those are just a few of the books that I really like. I think they are cool and I wanted to show you them. I really like these super non-scripted, just kind of hang out, talk about books videos because I like books and I like talking about books, and hopefully you guys like talking about books as well. Feel free to leave a comment down below about which of the books that I showed you today was your favorite, or maybe, you know, leave a comment about a book that is your coolest book. Not necessarily your favorite book of all time, but just a book that looks cool, and I'll try to look a few of them up and see what some of your guys' favorite books are. So that's kind of all I really got. If you guys like this video, I'll probably do more of them because I like talking about books whenever I get more cool books that I want to talk about. If you have any cool book recommendations for me, like I said, please put them in the comments down below. I will look them up and maybe purchase them and show them off in a future video of cool books that I think are cool and want to show you. I don't think I said that title right, but that is fine. I will see you guys later. Peace out.